Dusty old diesel here. Today we're going to be putting some Thurin excess springs, some Fox 2.0 shocks, and some Carli control arms on the old 12 valve. Now this truck here came from Tennessee, so it's not a rust bucket. We don't drive it in the snow. All the bolts on the other side came out real easy. See, that's why we've got the old parts here. We've already done one side. Now we're going to do the other side, and we're going to show you how you do the other side. First thing you want to do when you get started is get yourself some jack stands and lock up the frame of the truck so it's not going to come falling down on you while you're working. I know that's a little sketchy. I'm sure we'll hear a bunch of comments about that. All right, so we got her jacked up. We got a jack under the front. We're going to get under here, do a couple things. We've already taken the sway bar off. Trust me, if you have the Cobra style sway bar towers like they do on the 94, 95, 96, I'm not sure if they're on 97 or 98, you got to take that sway bar off because you're going to have to do something with it anyway. Best bet, get it out of the way. We'll show you at the end what you're going to do with it. We got our 200 horsepower sticker blowing away here. They give you stickers with this stuff, so you know each sticker's worth 100 horse. All right, here we go. We got some wind up here in Forest Hill, so we're going to get under here, and we're going to also take the brake line loose, because when you drop the axle, if you drop the axle with the brake line on it, snap, brake fluid all over the driveway. Here we go. All right, here, there, cameraman. This is the brake line bracket. All we got to do is crack her loose, take it off. That way when the brake line stretches, this will give it plenty of stretch. I like to take the bolt, when I get the bolt out, and put it right back in so that we're not losing the bolt. I'm an old guy, that's the way I do stuff. I'm having a hard time with the ratchet, I'm gonna tell you that. It's probably because I'm old too. All right, so I wanted you to take notice also, this truck is red. I hear there's some character out there whistling Dixie or something that doesn't like red vehicles and he blows them up. Well, we ain't gonna let him know about this one, all right? Because this is a really nice truck. We don't want nothing happening to it. All right, so we got the brake line off. We're gonna put the bolt back in the hole so when we go to put this thing all back together later, we know where the bolt is. All right, we're all done there. So otherwise we forget when we get all excited. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a marker, and you see these? We're gonna mark where the truck is now so that we can get it close to alignment. We may do a video on how to align the truck later, but for now we're just gonna put a black mark on there, and we're gonna be able to get it close, put it back together. Got my handy dandy alignment marker. Gotta be a Sharpie, because I said so. All right, I can't see a darn thing from here, so we're gonna put a mark like that. I'm not sure exactly if that's the right place. Well, I'm gonna go under here and put another mark on the other side, figuring one of them will still be good at some point. Anyway, that's that. Now, we got real lucky because all the bolts came out on the other side and I didn't have to use my fancy new diamond tip blade. All right, if we have to cut one off, we're probably gonna have to cut the one off here on the exhaust side. If we gotta cut one off, we're using this fancy diamond tip blade. Upper control arm bolt on the passenger side. Stainless steel 4-inch exhaust over here is prohibiting me from getting to it real easily. So we're gonna get in here with a ratchet. Right, I think we're able to get this bolt off. This might be what we might have to cut this one. I don't know that I can get it out, but I'm gonna try, because I like using all the factory bolts if I can. I did buy new bolts, so we'll see. All right, that came off, but I don't know if we're gonna get it out. We're gonna need another tool. got her part way out. I gotta figure out why the control arm's moving on me now. Control arm bolt off. See if that helps us get the top one aligned better to get it off. I know you can't believe these bolts are coming out because everybody has to cut them. And boy, I can see why they complain about cutting them now. Some of them you can't get a saw blade in to save yourself. But mine, like I said, this Tennessee truck seemed to be coming out. I don't know, we'll see. The other side all came out. The top was coming out pretty good. What was holding me up was the fact that there's a lot of tension on this thing. Yeah, it's coming out. Whoa, almost hit myself in the face. I think once we get this one out, we might get the other one out. I might just have to drive it out. We're gonna finish knocking this front control arm bolt out. There she goes. All right, now we'll try to wiggle her around, see if we can get the back one. Don't know. I think it was the tension. We'll see. All right. Problem is I can't get in on it. So we're gonna try. Oh boy. Problem is. There we go. See if we can get this girl out of here. Rolling some tools this way. I heard a bolt come out. They're out. So contrary to popular opinion, you do not have to cut the bolts because the exhaust is in the way. It will come out. It's the tools getting them in there. I used a swivel and a electric impact. She's out. We're going to take that top control arm out of there. How about that? That's what you get when you buy a truck in Tennessee. Instead of the rust belt here. All right, I need my big persuader. Oh, big old screwdriver up there, Mr. Cameraman. I just wanted you to look away while I got it out. It's magic. There it is. Look how bent it is. This truck bounced down the road because she's bent. So, now, she's crooked. See that? Wait. Mr. Cameraman. See how crooked that is? Bent? She's all bent up. This truck rode pretty good, believe it or not. Anyway, so we got that out. What we're going to do to make the Carli control arm go in a little better is we're going to do a little sanding. A little slip and slide, step inside. All right, we got some sandpaper right here. And a file. Whoa! Watch out for the jack handle when you walk around the truck. It should get you everything. Alright. So, what I'm doing is just making a little clearance here. Clearance. Alright. We're just gonna go. We're gonna check to see if the Carli's fit. The other side was a pain. We might take a hammer to it also. So now we're gonna fit down here. Let's get it good and smooth because they're a tight fit now. When we put the Carlis in, I had to beat them up a little bit on the other side, and they're pretty, so I don't like doing that. So let's see if we can make some clearance here first. I should paint all this because this truck really is nice, but we ain't got time for all that. Nobody lives forever. Ain't gonna stay shiny because this thing leaks oil like a monster. All right, let's see if we can get a Carli control arm in there. First, I think we'll take our file and make darn sure everything's clean. All right, I think we're good. All right, we're good. All right, so another thing we're going to do, put a little grease in here before we put it on the truck. I'll probably put a couple pumps in them too afterwards, but it's a heck of a lot easier right now. They are accessible and it won't be terrible later. but I'm just a little bit crazy the way I do stuff. So you'll see, she's tight. It won't allow much grease. She starts to tighten up right quick. Yep, she's coming down already. Now this is good synthetic, whoa, grease, full synthetic. Recommended on the Carli box, on the website, I think it was. But anyway, I am not the cleanest person in the world here when I'm doing this stuff. Doing our best. So, all right, couple pumps on this side. She gets tight pretty quick. A little more. Stop. Clean her up. And the Zerks is full. All right, other thing we're going to do. We got these fancy new zinc bolts for the bottoms, which I haven't had to use. But I'm going to go clean those other bolts up. You saw me knock these bolts out. You can see they're a little more corroded. The other side looked real shiny. They got a coating on them or something. So I'm going to clean these up, and then we're going to put some Never Cease on them. So you got to have a workbench when you do this stuff. This is my outdoor workbench on wheels. Works real well. All right. You should wear your safety glasses when you do this stuff. Not should, you must. All right. Clean these bolts up good. The reason I'm going to all this trouble is I got the nice zinc bolts for the lowers, but for the uppers they didn't have them, so they were carbon and they're a little too long. I'm afraid they're not going to work. I'm going to try them, but at least I'll have these cleaned up if I need them. Because I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little shoulder here, bigger than the regular shoulder. So these bolts are nicer than just regular old bolts that I bought from the bolt store. All right, factory bolts cleaned up because they do have a shoulder and they're a little nicer than the other bolts. So we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try. What we do need to do is make sure the nuts fit, because I believe you saw me hammer on one. You normally don't want to hammer on the threads if you're going to reuse the bolt. So I may have a problem. That one works real well. This is the one I gave a whack to, but I can show you how to fix it. So I don't know. Let's see if we can see where. It's just dinged threads up a little bit when I whacked it with a hammer without a nut on the end. So we got a half round file. We're going to clean them up. They're fine threads, so this isn't as easy as it is on a coarse thread. And I'm old and I can't see. So I'm gonna put my handy dandy reading glasses on. They're pretty, ain't they? All right. Oh boy, now I'm working. I can see, said the blind man to the squirrel. Look at that. Maybe these glasses will be my thing, like Terrell's teeth. First couple threads, I banged and bent them over.
Just clean them. Can we get the nut on? Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Enjoy's got nuts. Sometimes don't. There's the bean right there. I think we're going to get her now. She's getting closer. She's getting closer and closer and closer.
I'm just sticking the file in the groove. Getting the spurs out that I put in it.
That first thread's a little fat because I whacked it.
I feel like we're close. Maybe we'll just have to use a new bolt. Alright, I feel like we'll get her on there now. Yeah. Alright, let's give her a shot. What did we do with the control arm? Did you hide something? No, we greased it. Greased it. Alright. I was ready to call the cops. Somebody stole it. One of them squirrels come by here and grabbed it. You see them driving down the road. Rolling high. Alright. Rolling. So, this is offset. I don't know if you can see that. It's offset for tire clearance on them big tires. Carli's smart enough to put their stickers on so you can read them right side up. That helps you figure out how to orient this here beast. So, there we go. Oh, she's like butter. All right. Not really. I spoke too soon. All right. I feel like I could bash that in. Now I just gotta get her lined up. So. It's working, believe it or not. We're using a dead blow hammer here. It's soft, so I don't tear this fine finish up. I'm not really able to get a good whack-a-doodle on it, so we're gonna give it up. Let's see what we can do. Now I can't see what I'm doing. Alright. We get closer and closer. Son of a beast. I feel like if I took the there we go, she moved. Oh yeah. Alright. Now we can take the tool, pin, punch, and get her lined up. But first what we're going to do here, get her hands next to there. We're going to use this punch to line that up. But while we're here, we're going to grease these bolts up with some Never Cease. Because Never Cease is cool stuff. Alright, here's the bolt. This here Never Cease can's probably 50 years old, maybe older. Yeah, it's got to be older than that. Heck, this is from the 50s. We're talking 70 years old. My grandfather handed this down to my father, who handed it down to me. Now, I've used most of it because I do a lot more work on vehicles than they do. But I'm hoping there's enough left when we're done that I can hand it down to the cameraman. We still got some left. Alright, so what we're going to do, Never Cease. It's like a zip compound. It keeps the rust bunnies away. So, Never Cease these bolts up. Oh yeah, get nice and dirty. This stuff's hard to get off your hands too. You'd be silver for days. Yeah, I'm going to be a mess. A lot of people wear gloves. Probably a smart idea. I always say I'm going to, and I never do. And then I spend days getting this junk off my hands, but I guess that's what makes me dusty. Another thing I got to show you here at some point is the dents in the oil pan. I believe this truck was owned by Bo or Luke Duke. I ain't sure which one, because it must have done a jump somewhere. And because of that, one day, we're going to hood slide this thing, all right? My old bones are going to hood slide this truck for you. You're saying, yeah, right. I'm telling you, we're going to do it. All right. Got the bolts all greased up, hands greasier. What we're going to do though, got this fine pair of underpants right here. Not the ones you were staring at, these underpants. All right, we're going to put the bolts in there so we don't make too much of a freaking mess. Then I'm going to get some of this silver off my hands. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. We're going to do this. All right. Still going to be silver, man. Yeah. A lot of things you won't want to do with your fingers now. Licking's one of them. For sure. All right. But I do kind of look like a spaceman with silver fingers. Oh, I keep hitting that jack. Golly. All right. Watch this. Got my punch. See that? tapered. We're gonna stick that in the hole and get her lined up. All right. Oh, green giant. I think we're gonna get her lined up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, look at the punch came out the other side. All right, so, oh, give me one of them bolts so we can get it in. I don't know if we can get him back in. Oh, we got a hole over here. He's not showing you because it's hard to show you. If you drop this here bolt, you ain't getting it back. I don't know. Oh, we're living right. We're living right, folks. We got the bolt in. We got her in. And I'm going to take the camera from the cameraman once my hands are clean and show you why it was a toughie. Because he isn't climbing under here for some reason. All right. All right, Mr. Cameraman, you want to give me that camera for a second? Here we go. All right, look, see the exhaust right there? And that hole, the bolt is in that hole. And the tool hits the exhaust. See where it's shiny there, where I hit it? But I used the swivel, so it comes out here and comes down here yonder like that. And that's how I was able to tighten her up. And I'm going to show you right now because I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. Here you go, Mr. Cameraman. See what I can do. I want to make sure that particular bolt, because I stuck the freaking bolt that was hardest, that had the problem, was the one I stuck in there like a ding dong. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Ooh, it's cold. Oh, my shirt come up and it got cold. All right, Mr. Cameraman, where's the 18mm wrench? Oh, I can't find it. Box wrench. Far out. Yep. Thank you. All right, so now I need. Where's the? Give me the electric impact. Got it. Oh, boy, that was tough on me, old belly. All right. Oh. Tighten that up too much yet. What she's in. All right. So now we're gonna go to the other bolt. The only way I can get that is with the ratchet, is with the impact, unfortunately. All right. So now I'm not 100% sure we can line this one up. Where's the hammer? Under my head. Well, I'm probably gonna struggle with this one. I might stick the screwdriver back in. What I don't want to do is have nothing in there. Dirt my. Yeah, I'm gonna put the screwdriver back in the hole. Just because when I loosen this bottom one, it'll let me do the top one, but I don't want to have everything off because then this wheel could roll on me. And the axle will try to fall down. All right, that might work. Oh yeah. So folks, to get that upper end, you just have to adjust your cam bolt down here. When you adjust your cam bolt, it slides the front axle, leans it up and down. It's just enough to get your nut on. So That's another reason to do the upper first. So we get the bolt in, just get her a little tight, hand tight so she don't fall out. Now I'm going to get the heck out of here, and I'm going to take this bottom one off. What could happen? Let's see. Let me explain this to you. Now we got the top one in. We're good. We got bolts on it. She can't go too far. If you took them both out at the same time, this front axle could run away. But we're not going to have that problem because we've already got one in, so it's not going to go too far. We can take the cam bolt out if I can get the socket off. I got all kind of problems. Again, stupid is as stupid does, right? Alrighty. Oh, we're going the wrong way. On a one-way street. So we're gonna take the cam bolts out. I bought new cam bolts because I figured on cutting them. I like the old cam bolts better. Bolts are attached. I'll show you why in a second when I get this one off of here. So we're gonna take a look once we get this cam bolt off. Oh yeah, she's almost there now. I got a numb left hand, so it's a little tough. Hopefully this cam bolt comes out. I believe it will. Get that washer off. All right. Oh, look at that, Mr. Evil. All right. The only problem now is we got this little bit of a bracket here that's got it. Oh, don't know if you saw that, but I whacked the garbage out of my hand. See the sliding hole here? That sliding hole is how we adjust the truck. Top's fixed. This cam bolt rides in these grooves and it slips it this way or that way. And that's how the man at the alignment shop, or you in the driveway, align the front axle, leans the springs back and forth. All right, so we got everything out now. We just got one more bolt to go. And this one looks pretty good, right? She looks good. We're gonna put her together like so. And these two pieces riding inside the bosses there are what shift it front to back. Anyway, it's a good system. It works. A lot of people like to do adjustable. That's fine too. I didn't want to mess with it because I really like what Carli makes. And there's some reasons you don't want the other type too. You know what we're going to do here? We're going to use the impact. Alrighty. So let's break her loose, and then I know we got to. Hold the nut on the back. Oops. Believe it or not, all my bolts came out without having to cut them. Ha ha! Didn't have to cut one. But that is kind of rare from what I understand, especially here in the Northeast. But again, this truck does not get driven in the salt. We got a 4Runner for that. Keep the Toyota rusty. We don't want to get this fine piece of American iron all rusted up. This truck was made in St. Louis, Missouri, and it's E-coated. Some of the other trucks aren't E-coated. I don't believe the other coating holds up as well. That one's nice and straight. We're going to put the lower passenger side control arm on. Same procedure here. She slips up there nice. So we're gonna get the dead blow hammer. That doesn't mar off the surface as bad. Not because it's a dead blow, because my dead blow happens to be plastic. And it's got the shake. So you're kind of playing the maracas when you do it. It's kind of, right? All right, so here, remember I had a hard time with this bolt? That's how I remembered which way it went. So I gotta put the washer in. There's a flat on here, is what I'm feeling for. Like that. There we go. Now she's in. Nut. Got it. Again, we're just snugging them. We're not going to tighten them too much. Where's the something or other I need? All right. What we're going to have to do here is roll that tire forward. Got the bolt in. I don't want to lie to you. This is what we did. Back up a little bit, cameraman. We hooked the gator up to the bottom of the shock tower, to the bottom of the where the control arm bolts to, and we gave her a little tug. Pull that axle out like this. Just give her a little tug. Hear that? That's it. That's all we did. Straighten her out. Put the bolt in. It's gonna be a wrap for now. Matter of fact, let this thing grip back. Easier to pull the strap on. Alright. I'm a dirty boy. Alright. Now straps them in. Straps off. Control arms are in. I guess if you're going to do this job, you got to go buy a gator. 6x4, aluminum bed, wood sides. Otherwise, you ain't going to get the control arms in. Might as well not buy them. All right. That's what we're going to do. It's getting late. Got hungry boys, and Dusty Diesel's going to go in and make dinner. Might even wash my hands first. See you next time.